There's a story that I was once told. There's a dog that's sitting on a porch with an old man in a rocking chair. And the dog is just moaning and groaning, just oh, in pain, right? And so this gentleman walks by and he asks the old man, he says, "Why is that dog moaning like that?" And the old man says, "Because he's lying on a nail." And the guy says, "Well, why don't he just get up?" And the old man says, "I guess it just isn't hurting him bad enough." See, once the pain hurts bad enough, then we are enticed to do something about it. But having a plan, having clarity, let's say the dog is landing on that nail, but the dog sees in the corner of the porch, there's a bed pillow for a dog. Oh, wow, it's more comfortable for me to go sit over there or lie over there. What is it going to take for me to get up and walk over there and sit on that pillow?
There's two questions that I have within this. First one, I feel like you kind of already answered with this example, because the first question was kind of what to do when that pain is kind of paralyzing you. But in some ways, I feel like the pain is just not big enough. But the follow-up question there, and you can answer this if you have something to add there. The follow-up question also is there something that can be done to avoid getting to that point where that pain is so hard that you have to take action and start to take action earlier?
You know, it's interesting you say that, Austria, because that's exactly how can I put it? That's exactly the conversation that I'm having with certain individuals who are searching for their purpose and searching for their meaning. Because I'm explaining to them that if you don't find it now, and you're on the beginning stages, you're in the beginning stages of becoming depressed if you don't find it, right? And what I'm trying to do is prevent them from happening to me, happening to them. So what happened to me is I was searching, didn't really know what I was going through, didn't really understand it, and was getting more and more depressed. That led to overeating, that led to a huge weight gain, that led to sleep apnea, that led to congestive heart failure, that led to high blood pressure, that led to pre-diabetic. All of these ailments was caused from a mental state of mind. And that happens when you don't have that clarity, right? So what I'm saying is, I'm looking at individuals that was where I was when I knew I didn't want to go back and work in the corporate world. I wasn't getting fulfillment. I know what that was at the beginning, but I didn't understand it. I didn't understand that I was a rejection overcomer, right? I didn't understand how to deal with that. I didn't understand what my strengths were with that and how to get fulfillment from that. I didn't understand what my weaknesses were with that and how to deal with those. And so what I'm saying to you is that when you first start to get signs or symptoms or an internal feeling of a certain way, that's when you need to take action. And taking action is essentially dealing with your mindset, getting that clarity, and finding a community that can support you. Did that clarify your question a little bit more?
Yeah. And I will dissect this more. Because I feel like a lot of times with these topics, it's like, oh, ABC. But then when you go to the reality, it's like, oh, easier said than done. So
Yes.
what would you say would be a good place for somebody to start with, starting to build these like 3 pillars up?
The first thing is the community. Like I know I talked about mindset, right? And you got to change your mindset, but it's tough to do when you're in isolation and you're by yourself. Okay. So you have to find people that can build you up, that can help you in that particular area. Okay. That community is important because they can also help you with the clarity piece of it. Okay. Once you have the community, people that can support you and people that you can support, right? Now you're getting more clarity with yourself. Okay. And then that leads to taking steps towards what you need to do from a mental standpoint to move and propel you forward.